Hey there, friends. Welcome back. It's another episode of Life in the Higham House. I'm so glad you're taking a few minutes to check in. We had a very, very good weekend this past weekend. Didn't vlog a lot of it. It was all about being together with the family. We enjoyed our time together as a family. And it wasn't about, the vlog. It wasn't about creating video stuff to share with you. Not that we don't enjoy creating content to share with you. That wasn't the purpose of the weekend. The weekend was just to have fun together as a family, connecting. And it's one of those things, and I've talked about this, I've blogged about this. This is just part of the stage of life that we are in. Sorry it's so dark. But I've been kind of going through this season of the kids growing up, becoming adults, and having their own lives. And what that means for us as a family. What does that mean for Amy and I as parents? So we've been going through this whole season of what does this look like? How do we do this well? How do we continue to support, love, be there for our kids, but yet have boundaries, have expectations, and all those other things. We want them to launch. We want our kids to do well. And this weekend was another reminder of that. Aiden's been away working, so he came home. So he's home for a couple weeks now, but picked him up at the airport late on Thursday night, brought him home. Friday, late evening, early night, Nate and his family came. And it's just this we're in this place of what it's like just to have adult kids. So here's the thing. I've always looked forward to our kids growing up. I love my kids. My kids know I love them. But for years we've joked about them launching, getting out of the house. Amy and I, when we first married, we were we're going to have our family while we're young so that we can enjoy being grandparents, being parents of adult kids, and still be young. We didn't want to have grandkids and be 80 years old. We wanted to enjoy that season of life. And so, I just did the quick math. What does it take? How early should we begin? And so we were married for 2 years, and then we started having our family. We started having kids. And now here we are. We're just crossing over into our 50s. And 4 of our kids are adults. 2 of them are out of the house. And the next 2 are almost out of the house. Brea, she's a little younger. She's got a few more years before she's out of the house. But we're preparing her. But I've always said, we're raising our kids so that they can go and do life. They can do their thing. We wanted them to be independent. We wanted them to be self-sufficient. We wanted them to be contributors to society and culture and economics and community. And now I'm looking at what our kids are doing. And I'm check the boxes. They're doing it, and it's awesome. And so this weekend we had almost everybody in. Logan was the only one who wasn't able to come home for the weekend. But we're going to see him in a couple weeks. We'll get to spend a couple days with him. But the family's together, and I'm constantly being reminded that our kids are grown. They're growing up, and they're grown. It doesn't mean that they're not in need of us or, don't want to be around us. They very much do. Want to be around us, and there are still aspects in life where they need us and we need them. I say all this because our goal has been to see our kids launch, and it has been awesome to see that happen. And now we're coming to a place. Aiden is getting ready to launch. He'll move out. I don't know. We don't have a date. We're not giving him a date, but we anticipate he will move out shortly. He will have his own life. He will be doing his own version of adulting, and that's exciting. Like, we want to see him do that. We want him to thrive. And then here's the big excitement, the big thing that we're super excited about now is Asher's engaged. He proposed to his girlfriend on Friday night. She said yes. We are thrilled. We love her. We love both of them. We love them together. They're adorable. They love Jesus passionately. They want to live and have a marriage that honors and glorifies him. And we're super excited to love the in-laws. They're friends, but they're becoming so much more than friends. We love being around them. We love them. We love their family, and we're just so excited for Asher and Elena. And so I share that because now, not only are we looking towards Aiden's launch in a couple years, not even a couple years, like very soon, Asher is going to be launching, and he'll be launching his life with Elena, and that's exciting. We're stoked for that. And I'm just reminded of how sweet it is when we're all together. Like, we loved when our kids were little, and thank goodness we have the vlog episodes from the vlog to help us remember. Not that we forget, but it's something sweet about going back and watching all those videos and remembering those special moments as a family. But there's also something sweet about when we're all together again. Like, family life is different when all of your kids are adults. And Brea's not an adult yet, but she's close enough. I mean, she is mature enough. She's 16. I mean, she'll be an adult in 2 more years. Like, that's crazy to think. But when they're all together, like, our kids look forward to and love being together. And that was evident this weekend. So a couple things we did this weekend, because I love what we did. It was so much fun, and we dream, Amy and I dream of like what life will look like when all of our kids are married and have families of their own, and we look forward to those things. And so but we also want to make sure that, like, as much as they have their own families, we still want some type of cohesion within our family, so that our kids are look forward to, get excited about, and plan to be together. That's like where we try to do our weekends the way we do it. Like, we want to create tradition and excitement and a want for them to be here. And so this weekend, just quick little snapshot. So everybody comes in Friday night. Asher goes and he proposes to Elena. She says yes. That's awesome. Saturday morning we wake up and some of us went to get haircuts. So Nate and Ace and myself and Aiden jumped in the car. We went to our favorite barber in McDonald. Fellas, I'll put a link down there to his place if you're in that area, you looking for a barber. Adam is awesome. Hunter's good too. We just have a connection with Adam. But we went. It was guy time, and we went, and boys got haircuts. I got my beard trimmed. Looks pretty good. Front of the myself. And while we were doing that, the girls went and got their nails done. And so Amy and Brea and Elena and Amaris and Worthy all went. And then we met up with Asher, and the guys all went out for lunch to celebrate Asher and his engagement. And then we met up with the girls at Cabela's. And I'm sharing that because I love how it just kind of happened. The guys hanging out with the guys, the girls hanging out with the girls, and yet we all came together. And so later that night we had our Thanksgiving meal with Nate and his family, and Elena was there, and it was just so good. We had no agenda. We had no plans. We had things that we wanted to do, and we did those things. We came over to Ogilvy and saw some of the lights, and we saw the drone Christmas light show thing, and those things were awesome. But we just sat out to say, hey, let's have fun with our kids and just enjoy those moments with them. And we're going to do the same thing. We've got Thanksgiving rolling in. We've got Christmas not far away. And honestly, that's our goal with those two holidays as well. So we're heading to visit family for Thanksgiving. Logan's flying in. Everybody but Nate and Amaris and their crew will be there for Thanksgiving. But then Nate, Amaris, and their family's going to join us on Friday. And we'll be able to spend Friday together, everybody. And then we'll have everybody together again for Christmas. And it's just going to be a time for us to just be together. And in doing that, what Amy and I hope to do, what I hope to do, is just continue to create for us a not just tradition, but a desire, a longing for us to value family time and to look forward to it. I think we're going to be a family where, for as much as Amy and I want us to be a family where our kids are close, I don't think that's going to happen. I think because of the jobs that our kids are interested in, they're not going to be near us. And so for us to take the holidays and weekends like that, where we can just come together and enjoy our time, like that's what we're trying to build. So that it doesn't matter that Logan lives in Florida or Nate lives in New York, or, we're not sure where Aiden's going to end up. We don't know where Asher's going to end up. We don't know where Brian's going to end up. But what we do know is regardless of where we all end up, we want to be able to look forward to those times when we get together. So here's what I'm saying. Wherever you are in your family scenario, whatever stage of life you're in, if you've got little ones, cherish those times with your little ones. And as you do, build into the value of family time, so that as your kids are growing, they're developing that same value that you hold to, that you desire for them to have. They're recognizing that value, and it's impacting them, so that when the family comes together, they recognize the value in that. And not even when they come together, but when they look forward to. If your kids are all like teenagers, it's not too late. One of the things that we really focused on when our kids were teenagers was still doing family vacations and family holidays. And, we didn't let our kids go over to boyfriend and girlfriend's houses. We were like, for right now, Thanksgiving, you're here. You may go later on in the day, or you may spend part of the morning, but you're not spending the whole holiday elsewhere. Because we wanted our teenage kids to continue to see that we valued family, that family was one of our core values, and we wanted to continue to instill in them the need to be together, the want to be together. And now here we are as adult kids. We're continuing to do the same thing. We're reinforcing that value by making opportunities, creating opportunities where we can be together. And we're getting into a place where it doesn't always have to be at our house. Like, we're planning trips to go and visit Logan, and we'll spend time with him, and we'll have sweet moments with him. Like, even this past weekend, all of the kids were like, we want to do an extended stay in Florida and be together with Logan where he lives. And I can see that happening with all of our kids wherever they end up. Like, I can see us all as a family going to New York and either doing vacation or doing a long weekend up where Nate and I are like. So even as adults, we want to continue to reinforce that family time is one of our core values. So as you think about your family, if you want to continue to have that as part of your core values, make every effort to allow that to become part of who you guys are. Don't just say family's important, but make family important. Just don't say we want to spend time together. Be intentional and spend time together. Don't just say that you love being around your kids. Be around your kids. And I would even go a step further, and maybe this might be controversial, but if you have a young family and your kids are overly scheduled or highly scheduled in sports and schools and stuff, like, I would encourage you to maybe slow some of that down. Because instead of putting family as a high value, really you're putting activity as a high value. And I know that that's going to come off very controversial, and some of you might be like, nope, that's not working for us. We love the sports life. All I know is we put our kids and our family first, and now we're seeing the reward in that. Oh well, I wanted to get it all off my chest. We had a great weekend. Love being with our kids. I love being with our grandkids. Amy loves being with the grandkids. And I'm looking so forward to this next season of life where our kids are becoming adults and starting their families and having their kids. And I just cannot wait to see what it's all going to look like maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where we've got kids and grandkids and all of these things coming together. And I can't wait for that. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be exciting. And what a true picture of what God intended for us, for family. All right, let me stop now, because I can just go on and on and on and on about this. Yeah, love your family. Take the time to be with your family. Put your family first. Make family time a value, and don't squander it. All right, guys. Until next time. Thanks for watching Life in the Higham House. Later.